In this video, we're going to review strategies for paired text writing. You might be wondering, what do you mean by that? What we mean by paired writing is writing in response to a prompt that asks you to analyze and include evidence from two texts in your essay. Here is an example. Let's say you read two short stories, one called The Giving Tree and one called A Joyful Giver. A prompt that asks you to write about these texts might say, explain how the themes of both texts are similar and different. This is your prompting question. The command word for your writing is explain. That means throughout your essay, you will be explaining something. But what will you be explaining? You will be explaining how the themes of both texts are similar and different. You need to ask yourself, what do I need to know in order to answer this prompt? We call these the hidden questions, and there may be one or more hidden questions you have to identify. In this case, the prompt is asking you to explain how the themes are similar and different. So to do that, we have to first know what are the themes of each text. Once we know the themes, then we can compare and contrast them. On my scratch paper, I might write what I feel the themes are for both texts. In this case, it could look like this. The Giving Tree theme is, giving often requires sacrifice. For A Joyful Giver, the theme I came up with is, when you give with a joyful heart, you will be rewarded. Now that I know both themes, I can compare how they are similar and different. What you will write about in your essay totally depends on the prompt. They may be asking you to compare or contrast the themes, but they also might ask about any of these other items you see here on the screen. That's why it is so important to do the prompt analysis so that you understand what it is you're being asked to write about. The structure for your essay will be the same as for other essays you have practiced. You will have 4 paragraphs, an introduction paragraph, body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, and a conclusion. Since we need 2 body paragraphs, we need to identify 2 claims that you can make in response to the prompt. Your essay needs to include evidence from both texts, and there are a couple of ways you can do this. In option 1, you can write about one of the texts in body paragraph 1 and write about the other text in body paragraph 2. In option 2, in this case, since we're asked to write about a similarity and a difference in the themes, you can write about a similarity in body paragraph 1 and the difference in body paragraph 2. You can use the 2x2 square chart to identify evidence from each text that supports your answer to the prompt. Here's how this could look for the first option. After locating evidence to support the themes that I've identified, I'm going to write my essay with body paragraph 1 being about the first text and body paragraph 2 being about the second text. Here is an example of how your 2x2 chart can look if you are asked to write about a similarity and a difference. Body paragraph 1 could be about the similarity between the two, and body paragraph 2 could be about the difference. It is absolutely necessary that you locate specific evidence from the text to support your claim. When you present your evidence, it is okay to paraphrase it. That means you take the specific evidence and you put it into your own words. If you do this, you have to make it very clear that the paraphrased evidence comes directly from the story and that it makes sense, that it's logical and makes sense to connect with your claim. You will use your claims to write a thesis for your essay. The thesis is found in your introduction paragraph and is 1 or 2 sentences that tell your reader what your whole essay is going to be about. Here's how this could look with the example we've been using. The themes of The Giving Tree and A Joyful Giver both deal with giving. The Giving Tree shows how giving requires sacrifice, while A Joyful Giver focuses on how giving affects the giver and the receiver. You can see that my thesis sentence includes words from the prompt. The prompt was asking me to explain how the themes are similar and different. And so I've got the word themes and a similarity and a difference reflected in my thesis sentences. This will be included in my introduction. It tells my reader what the whole rest of my essay is going to be about. So to wrap it up, paired text essays have to include evidence from both texts in your response. Your essay will be a 4-paragraph essay in which your thesis is found in your introduction paragraph. Your body paragraphs will be about the 2 texts that you're writing about and include evidence from both texts. And then your conclusion will wrap up your essay, restating your thesis and leaving your reader with something to think about. All of these things work together to make a strong essay. Thanks for watching.